Train Law 2018 Estate Tax Changes Part 1. Estate tax is subject to graduated tax rate under the NIRC, which is 5% to 20% based on the value of the net estate over 200,000 pesos. But under the train law, the estate tax is subject to a flat rate of 6% based on the value of the net estate. Notice of death is required under NIRC if the gross value of the estate exceeds 20,000 pesos within 2 months after the decedent's death. But under the train law, that is already removed. Then, the filing of the estate tax return, it is required if gross value of the estate exceeds 200,000. That is under the NIRC. But under the train law, there is no more threshold. So therefore, you must file an estate tax return. Then another one is certification by a certified public accountant. This one is the time of filing of estate tax return. Under the NIRC, you must file an estate tax return within 6 months from decedent's death. Pero ngayon, under the train law, you must file the filing of estate tax return is within 1 year from the decedent's death. So, starting January 1 of 2018, longer period na yung filing of estate tax return. Meron na tayong 1 year from decedent's death to file the estate tax. Funeral expense. Actual or funeral expense under NIRC, which is 5% of the gross estate, whichever is lower but not more than 200,000, is allowable deduction. But under the train, it is already removed. So, wala na pong funeral expense deduction. Same thing with judicial expense and medical expenses, which is already removed beginning January 1 of 2018. So, hindi na siya dinadeduct sa estate tax. Another is family home. Under the NIRC, the deduction, allowable deduction is up to 1 million. But right now, under the train, ang nag-increase na po. Ang allowable deduction is 10 million. Another one is standard deduction. The standard deduction under NIRC is 1 million. But right now, it increased already to 5 million. Another one is withdrawal of bank deposit. Under the NIRC, withdrawal of bank deposit of the decedent without BIR certification is allowed only up to 20,000 pesos. But under the train, there is no more limit on the amount of withdrawal of the bank deposit of the decedent, provided the bank will withhold 6% of the amount withdrawn, and withdrawal shall only be made within 1 year from the date of the death of decedent. Remember that changes under the train law applies only January 1, 2018. So, if may tanong sa bar na ang date ay prior sa January 1, 2018, hindi po natin i-apply ang train law.